Hello everyone, myself Ami Mehta, and in operating system let us define what is access control list. So in security and protection topic, there is one definition what is access control list. So an access control list is a table that tells a computer operating system which access rights each user has to a particular system object such as a file directory or individual file. Each object has a security attribute that identifies its access control list. Basically, which object has which access that is defined in this list. So it is a table that tells a computer operating system that which access right each user has to particular system object. For example, user A or user 1, then user 2, then user 3. But object O1, object O2, object O3. Now user 1 has a read access and write access of object 1 and object 2. But user 2 has a read, write and execute of both the object. So this is how access control list is defined. Now, let us discuss what is Trojan Horse, Trapdoor, virus, and worms program threats. Let us discuss it one by one. So, the first one is Trojan Horse. A Trojan horse is a stand-alone malicious program which may give full control of infected PC to another PC. So this is a malicious program and which may give full control of infected PC to another PC. Trojan horses may make copies of them, steal information, or harm the host computer system. It may give copy, it steal information, and harm the host computer system. The Trojan horse at first glance will appear to be useful software but will actually do damage once installed or run on your computer. At the first appearance, it will look like that it is useful, but whenever you install, will actually damage the system when you actually install and run. Trojan are designed for different purpose. This is not for the harmful purpose. The purpose is different. That the purpose of Trojans are changing your desktop, adding selective desktop icon, or they can cause serious damage by deleting files and destroying information. But they are actually doing serious damage by deleting files and destroying information. So basically, the motive is different, but actually, it is doing the different things. Trojan are also known to create a backdoor on your computer that gives unauthorized user access to your system. Means your system will be accessed by unauthorized user whenever the Trojans are there in the system. So basically Trojan I create a backdoor on your system. So system is accessed uh, given is by user A, but Trojan are create a backdoor that user B can also access their system, possibly allowing confidential or personal information to be compromised. So, all the information there in the system will be compromised whenever Trojans are there in the system. It may or it may not be, but it also known as to create a backdoor because unauthorized user are access the system's file. Unlike viruses and worms, Trojans do not reproduce by infecting other files, nor do they self-replicate. Means Trojan horse virus differ from other computer viruses in that they are not designed to spread themselves. So, unlike viruses and worms, what they are doing, they are reproduced by infecting other files, or they self-replicate. But Trojan horse viruses differ from that viruses because they are not designed to spread themselves. So these are the list of most popular Trojan horses are that NetBuzz, Sub7, Backoffice, Beast, Jesus, the Black Hole, Exploit Kit, Flashback Trojan. So these are the list of the Trojan. Though the actual motive is differ to uh, design this Trojan, but how they are harming the computer system by accessing personal information, and access is assigned to unauthorized user as they are creating backdoor for that user. Now, what is trapdoor? So, a trapdoor is a secret entry point into a program that allows someone that is aware of the threat. Now, door to gain access without going through the usual security access procedure. So, we can also say that it is a method of bypassing normal authentication methods. We won't use particular authentication method, then this trapdoor bypass this method and directly give access to particular file, data, device, object, whatever we can say. So it is also known as a backdoor because it bypasses the normal authentication methods. Trapdoors have been used legally for many years by programmers to debug and test programs. So whenever there is a necessary that programmer needs to continuously debug and test program. When they follow the normal authentication procedure, it will be very lengthy and time consuming process. So the programmer what do that they use the trapdoor method, and it used legally because they do not want, they are authorized person, but they don't want to consume their time in that particular authentication process. So they are using the backdoor procedure, or we can say the trapdoor, to bypassing this normal authentication process to just for the purpose of debug and test program. But trapdoors become threats when they are used by dishonest programmers to gain unauthorized access. Now, it is difficult to implement operating system controls for trapdoors. When this trapdoor become threats that dishonest programmers, or we can say that unauthorized person, have gained that particular access of unauthorized data. Okay, so this is trapdoor. The next one is, what is virus? A computer virus is a computer program that can replicate itself and spread from one computer to another. The definition of virus is nothing but a one type of computer program that is replicating itself and spreading from one computer to another. Viruses can increase their chance of spreading to other computers by infecting files on a network file system or a file system that is accessed by other computers. A computer virus is a program or a piece of code that is loaded onto your computer without your knowledge and runs against your wishes. So the computer virus is nothing but a one type of program, or we can say that piece of code that is loaded in our computer without our knowledge and run against our wishes. And viruses, like we discussed previously, that Trojan horse do not replicate itself, but viruses can also replicate themselves and spread from one computer to another computer. But one thing is not down that all computer viruses are man-made because it is a one type of program. Okay. So this is a virus, and the next one is worms program threads. A worm is a program which spread usually over network connections. Unlike a virus which attaches itself to a host program, worms always need a host program to spread. Worms are not normally associated with one person computer system. They are mostly found in multi-user systems such as Unix environment. So worm is a program which spread usually over network, not in the system that is not in particular network. So, unlike viruses which attaches itself to a host program, worms always need to a host program to spread. There is a requirement of host and server connection, and there is one host program to spread that worms program threads. Worms are not normally associated with one personal computer system. If we are using a laptop, our personal computer, then there is no threats of worms. They are mostly found in multi-user systems such as Unix environments. A classic example of a worm is Robert Morris's Internet Worm 1988. So these are the basic definition and basic thing about what is Trojan horse, what is trapdoor, what is virus, and what is worm program threat. So this is all related to security of the system, security and the protection mechanism. Okay, thank you.